Hello and good evening. The acoustics here are terrible, but you'll bear with it just like I will. It's been a while since we recorded a vlog, and a lot of things happened since the last time we recorded a vlog. By the way, Pax speaking, P-A-X, Pax. Um, I don't even know where to begin. It's just been so long. Fuck. Okay, so I guess we can start from the fact that we were hospitalized at a psych ward 3 times in the span of 2 months. We tried to unalive twice, failed both times, as you can see. I'm still here, I'm still speaking. And we were hospitalized 3 times, and I guess the theme that surrounded all of those events was our drug use. I think we spoke about drug abuse in a previous video. I don't care, I didn't care enough to watch it. So I'll just tell it as it is. We were using prescription drugs. We were abusing prescription drugs for a long time. But at some point we just decided, no, that's not enough of a high. We need something more. We need something stronger. So we went ahead and bought cocaine. Yeah, and that was what landed us in the hospital one of those times. And you'd think that after 3 weeks in the hospital we would get better and stop doing drugs. You are mistaken, because the moment we came back out, we went back on drugs. We tried anything and everything. I don't even feel like listing everything that we tried because it's just a lot. Sorry about the noise. We tried anything and everything, and at some point our dealer just offered us fentanyl, and we tried that, and we decided that, like, okay, this is the only thing I'm going to use from now on. So that's what we did. And for a month straight, all we did was fentanyl stickers that we cut up into strips and smoked off of tinfoil. It was weird, but like, whatever, that's just how it works. And 1 time turned into 2 times, that turned into 3 times, that turned into 10 and 20, and like, it kept going until we became addicted. And we took loans to sustain the drug habit. So needless to say, we're in a shitload of debt just because of this. And Chris was the one fronting through this entire ordeal. He was stuck fronting for a long while. He was mostly the one buying the drugs. And the rest of us, we tried to get through to him, but we couldn't, because, I don't know, the drugs fucked our brain up or something, and we just couldn't get through to him. And we tried a lot, until at some point Jerome just said, like, just let him. Just let him do his thing. Let it run its course. He will eventually quit. And eventually he did. He did quit. Um, Boy, I look like ass. I look like Jesus. I look terrible. Whatever. Eventually he did quit and he stopped buying the stickers and went through 3 days of withdrawal, which was very traumatizing for him and for the rest of us, to be honest, those of us who were aware. I don't know, like, if you've never done drugs, I don't know how to describe to you just how awful withdrawal is. Like, it's like your body is working against you. Like, every fiber of your body is working against you and wants to cause you pain and suffering. That's what it feels like. You're doing your best to soldier through it, but your body is like, nah, we're gonna make it as bad as possible. That's what it feels like. It feels like you're being torn up from the inside. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, at some point you're gonna want to vomit, and since you can't eat, you're vomiting like straight up like stomach acid. And vomiting on an empty stomach, it hurts. It hurts so bad. And that's just one aspect of it. So Chris went through that. He went through that. The plan was actually to get hospitalized at the psych hospital for the fourth time, but they rejected us and sent us to the regular hospital to be monitored while we withdraw, which I guess makes sense, but like, they just said they have no room at the ward we wanted to get into. So they sent us to the regular hospital, and we stayed there for a few hours. At like 2 a.m. they discharged us, and fuck. And yeah, like, we could go back to the psych hospital and be like, hey, the regular hospital said I'm fine, can you take me in now? But like, no, we went back home. To those of you who don't know, and I'm guessing it's everyone because we haven't posted anything in so long, we broke up with the Wolfpack, or more like they broke up with us. So we're not together anymore, but we still live in the same apartment as flatmates. I'm not gonna elaborate on that. It's personal and everything, but we're not together anymore. So it feels a little weird to live there still, but like, we are planning on getting our own place eventually when we manage to sort out the debt situation. And yeah, right now we've been clean from all substances for around a week and a half. I really don't know like how to explain it, but those 3 days spent withdrawing just put the fear of God into us, and we just really don't want to go back on drugs just to experience those 3 days all over again. Like, it's just not worth it. Like, I could in theory buy more drugs, get high, and uh, just go back to how things used to be. But eventually, I'm gonna have to withdraw again, and I'm not going through those 3 days again ever. That's my motivation to never go back on drugs. Um, I really I we've been on fentanyl for a month maybe. I really have no idea how long-term drug users do it. Like, long-term drug users go through withdrawal symptoms more than once, and I have no idea how they do it. Like, it's awful. I really have no words to describe how awful it is. Well, I said it was traumatizing, and it was traumatizing. Like, we have nightmares about it. And what else? Oh yeah, we're gonna go to rehab, like proper rehab. Uh, we need to gather a bunch of documents, like medical exams and stuff, to apply, and we need to pay them as well, uh, in order to disappear for a month and then come out hopefully better. And after that, we're gonna go to, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, the rehab ward that we want to get into, it's like you go in and there's no contact with the outside world for a month, and you're just being treated there for a month, and you come out after a month, and they send you on your way. And after that, it's going to be like rehab, but like a day center. You come there for group therapy, and then you leave, like NA kind of. But it's not considered NA. Like, NA is a separate thing. This is not NA, but it functions similarly to NA. But yeah, that's what's in store for us. Right now, it's mostly just, I don't know, mostly just like surviving. Our wallet was stolen, with all of our cards and stuff. So we were waiting on that. We're waiting on the new cards to arrive, which is very annoying, but like, what can you do? Trying to think of anything else, anything, like any updates that are interesting enough to tell you about. Nope, not really, no. Um, Feels good to be recording again, to be honest. Um, it's been a while. It's been a while. And even though I don't have anything that interesting to say, it just feels good to ramble in front of a camera. Even though the lighting is shit and the acoustics are shit and everything is shit, but yeah, you know, those 3 days spent withdrawing, Chris kept saying that he feels like he died and was reborn anew, like, from how bad it was. And honestly, it does feel that way, because it changed a bunch of stuff, in our outlook on life and our perspective. and suddenly we view things a little differently, and suddenly things seem don't the, fuck things don't seem as bleak as before. It just it changes you, man. I mean, at least in our case, it really did change us, and I don't know. We went through the whole ordeal by ourselves. Like, our social worker was with us, but he had to leave at some point, and we stayed at the hospital by ourselves alone. And as bad as it was, as much as we wish somebody was there with us to hold our hand through it, I think we had to go through it alone to sort of experience all these changes and all these like internal processes um, that we did. And it's just, I don't know what's the correct word for it. um, Epiphany, I don't know. English is my third language. um, but it taught us some stuff. It showed us some stuff, and there's still a lot to work on. There's still a lot to work on. Like, we're still depressed, we're still traumatized, we're still disabled, we're still, like, it didn't magically cure us, but it did show us a different way of looking at things, and I think that's good, I think. Let me light another cigarette, maybe. Ah, fuck, my tea. My tea. I'm drinking tea because I can't drink coffee. Not for any special reason. It's just that we ran out of milk, and because I don't have any money, access to my money, I need to rely on the Wolfpack to give me their card so I can buy stuff. And they're currently asleep, so I can't ask them for their card. Let's see if I can balance you between my thighs. Yes. Like, clearly I still smoke. Um, I still drink a shit ton of energy drinks. My sleep schedule isn't the best. I don't exercise. I eat junk. Like, there's enough to work on. But for now, I'm focusing on quitting drugs because that's the main goal here right now. Part of me wonders what it would be like to maybe share my story with other people and just, I don't know, share my experience with drug use and how I overcame it and stuff. Maybe it could help some people out there. I know nobody watches these vlogs, but if you happen to suffer from the same issues that I do, feel free to reach out. I'll do my absolute best to get back to you and stuff. Or at least one of us will. And there's a lot of stigma around drug use. Like, the moment people hear you use drugs, people just look at you differently, and I don't think it's okay. I think people who use drugs are just people who are trying to cope, you know? Because I tried to cope. I was in a lot of pain and I wanted something to numb the pain, and drugs is the way I did it. It's not okay, it's not healthy, but that's just how I did it, and I don't think people can judge me for it. Did I hurt people while using drugs? Of course I did. I hurt people, but I didn't do it on purpose. Again, it doesn't excuse the fact that I hurt people. I take full accountability for hurting the people that I hurt by using drugs, but I was just trying to cope. I was misguided and desperate, and I was doing my best to cope with a situation that felt that it was bigger than me, you know. And it's funny because I thought my dealer was the nicest person ever. Like, it's funny and stupid actually, because I thought my dealer was the nicest guy around. He was so chill and so friendly, and I thought he was on my side, when in reality all that he cared about was the money that I was giving him, and I was just so desperate for connection that I don't know, saw it in him, I guess. I don't know if other people can relate to this, but I just I kind of saw my dealer as a friend, which was a mistake because he wasn't my friend at all. All he cared about was the money that I was giving him, and the moment I stopped giving him money, he stopped caring, because he never cared to begin with. He never cared. And I think the moment I realized that, it was it was the moment where it became easier for me to let go of drug use. I need to do a quick shout out to my two friends. Uh, my two friends. You know what? Fuck it. Hila and Rebecca. They were with me this whole time. When my social worker ditched me at the hospital, uh, Hila was with me on the phone the whole time I was there at the hospital, suffering, puking, groaning, moaning, whatever. And Rebecca too. She was with me through text and on the phone as well, supporting me through it. And they didn't leave me alone until I was too exhausted and fell asleep. Like they waited until I was comfortable enough to fall asleep. I didn't sleep for 3 or 4 days straight because of the withdrawal, and they were with me the whole time. And like they weren't with me physically, but they were with me on the phone, which means a lot to me as well. Like it doesn't, how to explain this? It doesn't matter that they weren't with me physically. The fact that they were with me at all is what matters to me, at least. And you need friends like those. Everybody deserves friends like those. It's a bit hard to be at home all day, just waiting for things to happen. All the medical exams, and like I did most of them. All I have left is some blood work and a urine test. It's kind of hard to just exist without knowing anything, really. But I'm trying to, I don't know, occupy myself. Earlier today, I tried to start a crowdfunding campaign to help me climb out of debt, but apparently most crowdfunding platforms don't support Israel as one of their countries, like where payment can be, what's the word, withdrawn. Like I can list my country as Israel, but I won't be able to get any money from it, which is a shame, because I could really use the help. Like I'm legit scared I won't be able to pay rent or bills or anything. Like for now I'm managing, but I'm scared of the day when I won't be able to manage, and I'm disabled so I can't work. And during wartime it's even harder to find work as it is. So yeah, this has been my life update as of right now. I hope I'll be able to film more later down the line. And peace out.